Chapter 2. Want Nothing. Want nothing you don't already have. This is a very contradictory notion to hold in the third decade of the 21st century. It seems today all anybody cares about is having more. More money, more followers, more influence, more fitness, more sponsorships, bigger house, a faster car, a younger, better-looking spouse. It's everywhere. Our obsession with newer, better, bigger, faster. It is an illness of our Western culture. Ambition is marketed as a desirable trait and esteemed an admirable quality of those who will leave their mark in the world. To lack ambition is seen as the unpardonable sin of the defeated, lazy, and slothful, who only consume and do not contribute to society. We value creative types, tycoons, go-getters, disruptors, influencers, billionaires. The word millionaire has fallen out of style. The world of social media sets up as its Greek-style gods and goddesses people that are famous for no particular talent, except their shameless attention-getting exploits and self-promoting stunts. Lavishly spending money one does not have and has not earned on luxurious trifles and vain excesses has become a worldwide obsession. Fame, followers, and notoriety used to be hard-won, based on skill, devotion, dedication, and commitment to an art or craft. It has long since been turned into a commodity to be purchased by the highest bidder. Fame for its own sake, unattached to skill or accomplishments, is the love child of social media and celebrity culture. It is officially the age of vanity and excess. So, to preach want nothing you don't already have is not only seemingly ludicrous, but is borderline sinful in this society. To suffer want is to be imprisoned by desires and compulsions. A truly free person is free first and foremost from want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23, verse 1. When this precept first hit home, I felt the tremendous relief of a prisoner who had been released from captivity. To want nothing is to be satisfied with what you have, what you have been given, what you already earned for yourself. Of course, it'd be nice to earn more money, have a newer car, a bigger house, a more powerful and autonomous career, more luxurious vacations. Sure, it'd be nice, but it is not necessary. The person who lives transcendentally understands this deeply. Culture today is so concerned with self-importance and impressive-sounding titles that no one is encouraged to simply be anymore. I cannot say that I am a husband, father, writer, provider. I must have several titles: co-founder of this, president of that, disruptor, influencer, chief. The world is so vain that our economy is largely defined by its ability to create wants and needs where none existed before. It is a wizard, ever creating new desires that it then turns around and promises to fulfill. At a price, of course. The person content to laze away long hours on a Sunday beneath the cool shade of a green tree, alternating between reading a good book, light snacking, and impromptu naps, is not the ideal customer and target consumer of most corporations today. The modern economy is designed to profit handsomely off of our insecurities. Insecurities created by the very companies that sell themselves as the solution to the same. Perpetual youth advocates target aging men and women. Success coaches pitch the unemployed person snacking on potato chips and watching television at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. Pharmaceutical companies sell stress and anxiety, then offer the solution through costly pills. Most doctors and health industry companies are in the business of managing illness versus actually promoting health. A healthy, unneedy person makes for a poor health industry consumer. No pills to sell, no expensive operations or therapies, no weight loss regimens or dietary supplements to peddle. The happily married couple spells bankruptcy to divorce lawyers and dating services. Someone satisfied to whip up a tuna sandwich defeats the fancy dining facility. In a word, satisfaction does not sell. Only want sells. Therefore, only want and dissatisfaction are promoted. And so, to want not is to rise above the realm of lowly mortals who spend a large portion of their day, and so their life, dwelling on the hole in the donut. When you look around you with a feeling of contentment, satisfaction, gratitude, and appreciation, you extinguish the gods of vanity and dissatisfaction in one fell swoop. Ceaselessly wanting what you do not have is a recipe for enslavement and disaster. Modern business knows this and makes it their sole reason for existing, to fan the flames of your insecurities and unmet desires. Too fat, too old, too poor, too ugly, too undesirable, too outdated, too worried, too ill. We have the solution for that. It screams at you from flat screens, magazines, billboards, and handheld devices everywhere. You must only pay this small fee or monthly subscription, and you can kiss all your worries and cares goodbye. That is, of course, until you swipe onto the next advertisement that exploits a different insecurity or weakness. The person who wants not also fears not. For what is want except for the incessant fear of missing out on things you truly do not need? Do yourself a favor and keep this important fact in mind. Our entire modern economy is built on dissatisfaction and quite literally banks on your insecurities and unmet desires. She who wants not fears not, and so is impervious to the insidious nature of a culture based on the dissatisfaction of the masses. True freedom from want and desire are yours for the taking. But aside from writings such as these, written with the good of the audience in mind, you will not likely be offered a solution but at a price, and this price is usually a perpetuity of reliance upon quick fixes and remedies that only mask the symptoms, all the while secretly creating the very illness they claim to address. Certainly I understand wanting to improve your personal, spiritual, amorous, and financial situation. There is such a thing as healthy ambition. The first book I ever published back in 2016 is called Creative Power, and is all about tapping into our divine creative forces to bring about the lives of our dreams. I'm not an ascetic monk that lives on less than $20 a day, and I do work for a living. I like nice things. We do take fancy vacations at times. My point is not to espouse defeatism or otherwise sing the praises of asceticism or deep renunciation. Do pay your electricity bill. Do not disconnect from the internet. However, learn when you have had enough. To want not is to be satisfied and at peace with what is yours, your lot in life. Sure, we've worked hard to be where we're at. At some point, sacrifice, toil, and ambition came into the mix, or we never would have married, bought that house, had that child, accomplished such and such an endeavor in our profession. The basic and hardwired human trait of wanting to work to better our condition is not what I am referring to as detrimental. This is a healthy sense of dissatisfaction. Absolute passivity would render the need to write this book useless. Why write anything when I can simply lay back, relax, and let the good times roll? However, we humans need to create. We need to find expression for the longings of our soul. Take up that pen, paintbrush, pencil, or chisel. Tap away at that keyboard. Pick up that instrument. But do it because you have a primal drive that motivates you to do so. I can't not write. It would be a sin to me. I was thinking about this on my drive home from work yesterday. Radiohead offshoot band The Smile debuted their first album, which I listened to in the car. I could not help but think, these people write songs, play music, and produce albums because they cannot not do it. They have to and can't help it. And they should. For them not to do it would be a sin. The music flows from within them, naturally, with a divinity not unlike Michelangelo's painting of the Sistine Chapel. It would have been a sin for Michelangelo not to paint or sculpt. He was born to do it. I was born to write. As a youth, I embraced guitar playing, surfing, skateboarding, hiking, among other pastimes and hobbies. I did rather well at them. However, at heart, I am a writer. The guitar gathers dust, the surfboard has long been sold, a skateboard is a death threat, but the blank sheet of paper is a welcome respite from the world. Words flow through me more than they come from me, and myself and the world are better off for it. So in wanting not, I wish it to be clear, I am not advocating for extreme passivity or inaction. I mean do, but do because you have to do. For some, perhaps, amassing material wealth is something they are simply hardwired to do. In that case, they too should pursue their calling. But to want and amass, because that's what we're expected to do, or because we don't want to fall behind the rest, this is a fool's errand. The words of the sage, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, saith the sage, vanity of vanities. All is vanity. What profit hath a man of all his labor which he taketh under the sun? One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, See, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. I, the sage, was king over Israel in Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I communed with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. And I perceived that this also is vexation of spirit. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Ecclesiastes 1.